Hi everyone, it's all. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having a lovely day. Last Friday I took part in the Great North 5k 2025 which took place along my local quayside. This was the curtain raiser for the Great North Run weekend, which was held on the Sunday, and the preceder for the Junior and Mini one on the Saturday. So in today's video I'm going to be talking a little bit about the route, as well as showing you what I got in my goodie bag, as well as showing you the medal. This is my 4th year that I have done this race, and I've already put myself in for next year because I've always really enjoyed it. So if you would like to hear my Great North Run story, then let's keep watching it. Okay, so the route started outside of the law courts as always. There was a slight change to the route this year, where the kilometre was tagged on the Gateshead side, as opposed to going down by the pitch and piano bar and then doing a short out and back towards the finish line. So you started out on the Newcastle side, went down past the old Riverside venue, then across the swing bridge, and then you took a right, and then you did a out and back section on the Gateshead side past the Redruth Bridge until you almost got into Teams. Then you flip back on yourself and then come back the same way that you did, and then along past the Sage, past the Baltic, then back over the Millennium Bridge and finishing right where you started. So first things first, we are going to be showing you my t-shirt. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the design on my t-shirt, which says 5 kilometre, and I absolutely love all the buildings and landmarks that the route covers. So it says AJ Bell, which is the sponsor, has been for the last 2 years, and then you had North 5k. The 10k t-shirt was pretty similar, the same colour, and you've got all the different bridges. It says Gateshead on here, and then all the bridges. That's the Tyne Bridge, that's the Blue Metal Bridge in the corner, the Millennium Bridge, the Sage, Newcastle, the Baltic, and then the medal that says 2025, which is a nice little memento as we approach the 45th anniversary of the Great North Run. In terms of my medal, so on my medal it does have a little bit of last year's one in, which was inspired by the Olympic medals from Paris 2024. And what I absolutely love about this one is not only did I just leave this a total surprise, it has a carving of the Millennium Bridge at the back, and then the protocol on the swing bridge with the years 2025, which I absolutely love that I decided to keep from last year. And on the other side it says Great North 5k with the same said design of the swing bridge and the Millennium Bridge on the other side. So, and I've only just noticed here that all of the places that the Great North 5k route serves is actually printed into the medal. Looking back through the comments on, I think it was last year's one, some people think that I may have finished 3rd because it looks like a bronze medal, because as you can see here it's very resembling to the London Marathon medals and I think a lot of the Great Run series for this year. But what I really love is it's like a little memento of all the places that it serves. So I'll bring you guys in closer. So on here it says Quayside, Sandhill, Swing Bridge, Pipewell Gate, Queen Elizabeth II Bridge, Tyne Bridge, Hillgate, the Glass House, or the Sage that people will always refer it to, Baltic, Millennium Bridge, and then finishing back at the top. You have the 2025 etched into the ribbon with the stripy zebra print and the sponsor of AJ Bell here on the ribbon. And I absolutely love this medal because it was just a really nice, showing you all the bridges that we went over and passed under as we made our way along the route. I do prefer the route that we had this year as opposed to the one that we had in 23 and 24, because at least you stayed on the roads as opposed to, for the last kilometre, going down past the picture bar and then cutting onto pavement and all cinder track. So I am hoping that, fingers crossed, the Great North 5k people will keep the route the same, and that way a lot of people will be happy bunnies. Okay guys, let's talk about what I got in my goodie bag. So we've got another cloth drawstring bag here, and then so the first thing I got was a bottle of water, Aqua Pura, which I absolutely love, and it's the one that you can easily just flip open and then you're able to get to your water. Now, oh, this is something I never thought I would get. I don't normally use one of these. It's a Westlav Epsom bath salt, which supports muscle recovery. Now, I don't normally have baths, but apparently this is supposed to help you with aching or sore muscles, especially if you've just been doing the half marathon. Although, if anybody has done London before, they might have also received this in their bag. So it's 100% Epsom salt for recovery benefits of supporting muscle health. Soothes and relaxes tired muscles and joints, helps ease in muscle strains and tension, and it's recommended by professional athletes. So let's see if it lives up to the standard. So it says post-exercise to run a warm bath, which I actually did on Saturday afternoon, but I used a different one. But some of that time I might see how this goes. It says 1 recovery bath in every bag, but I might just put a little bit in. I'm not going to put the whole lot in because I don't know how soapy or bubbly this will be. Mix well to ensure the bath salt is fully dissolved, and relax and enjoy for at least 20 minutes. So 100% pure natural salt, so it doesn't look like it has any harsh chemicals in. For anyone that has sensitive skin, this could be a good one if you're wanting to have a nice bath without any harsh chemicals or scents in. So we shall see how this fares out. 500 grams in here as well, which is a good amount in there. So, and because everybody's needs vary considerably, some might need to use most of the bag, others might need to use only a little bit, and then they could get several baths out of that. So at some point, if I use this, I'll be able to give you a review. I also got these 2 Mitchum Ultimate deodorants. This year I got the spray ones, and I don't really use these ones because these always make my armpits sting. I much prefer the roll-on formula because at least it's got a more soothing one as opposed to using an aerosol where it just makes your armpits sore. I got a men's one. I also got a women's one because with this being a unisex race bag, there needs to be something for both sexes in. I might give this a whirl and I might use this up pretty quickly. Flora Citrus, this is the flavour, with 72-hour odour protection, enhanced with a fragrance technology that prevents odour transfer on clothes. Now, at least it's something that doesn't look like it stains your underarms on your t-shirt. So what I might do is I might put something on, like maybe put like a soap on underneath before I spray, and that way it might not be as painful when I put on the Mitchum Ultimate. And then what you do is, it's a little 35ml one, so if you needed to put this in your running bag or if you're just going to the gym, at least it's a nice size to use if you're wanting to do a quick spritz up throughout the day. I like how they included both a men and a women's one, so at least there is something for both genders. And next I got this electrolyte powder mix lemon lime food supplement. So it's one of these pouches that you put in your bottle of water. So it has add 1 stick to 500ml of bottle of water and mix thoroughly before drinking. And these are one of these 1 a day ones. I did get something very similar, but I think I got the orange one last year, so we shall see what this is like. And I always thought these would have been something like similar to a energy gel, but no, if you know me, I don't take energy gels, so maybe this would probably be a food supplement, or it could act as a multivitamin, especially as we go into winter, because we might need to up the dose on vitamin C, or whatever the vitamin is that you need to fight colds throughout the winter. So what I might do is I might use this as we get more closer to winter, and then that way, because it's lemon and lime as well, it's good for your vocal cords, good for your chest, and then it might reduce congestion on your chest and also chest infections. So we shall see, Liquid IV, if this really helps. And then the last 2 things I got was this 24-hour immune support. I got this last year and I never really got round to using it. It's a 24-hour immune support, so maybe this is the vitamin C that I could take on a morning, and that way I've had my dose of vitamin C, and then that should defend against colds or flu, especially as we head into autumn and winter, although there are probably some coughs and colds already out there. So if I take one of these, like a 1 a day, it should hopefully build up my immune system as we head into the peak of winter. It's a orange flavour vitamin C multivitamin and mineral food supplement with sugar and sweetener. So what you do is you mix the sachet with water and stew until dissolved. Pretty similar to the lemon and lime one that I just showed you. But if you are craving more of an orange flavour, you could definitely add this to your bottle of water. Another great suggestion is the Robinson's pouch, like squash pouches that you can put in. And at least that way you can control how much you're putting in, because I'm not really sure how strong or zesty this is going to be. But if you know your brand, stick to what you know and love, because at least you know that way it's something that you can trust. And finally, the last thing I got was this energy oat bar. This is white chocolate and macadamia. Hopefully this should be more promising. The last couple of times I have received these, I didn't like them, so it would be, I'm hoping because it's a white chocolate, it'll be more like a Alpen or Quaker Oat cereal bar. The brand is Science and Sport. It says there's 40 grams of carbs, 10 grams of protein in here, so hopefully I will like this. 170 gram bar, so I might break off little bits, and then if I was like feeling like I needed something to get me through the day or even the morning, at least I have got something. Yeah, overall I am satisfied with what I got in my goodie bag this time around, because a lot of the things I didn't really use last year, but there's been a couple of surprises. This I wasn't expecting, and also the cereal bar looks more promising because at least it's a flavour that I may like, as opposed to the, I believe it was similar to Nut Brittle that I got back in 2023. So there you have it, guys. That is my Great North 5k video for 2025. I always enjoy doing this race. Sadly I didn't get a filmer because I wanted to focus on getting my chosen time. I will also run the time that I managed to do it in across the screen so you guys see what it was when I finished the race. If you would like to see more Great North Run content, I am definitely doing it this year, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I might get a chance to film it, because following feedback I did see people that only filmed the start and the finish line, and they would like to see more of what it was like out on the course. So if the weather's all good, and maybe if I stand more to the rear of my wave next year, I could maybe get in some footage, and that way you guys can see some of the landmarks that we pass, as well as the route that you may be doing if anybody was considering doing this route in the future. People came from far and wide to do the Great North Run, or a lot of the Great North series, so if you guys are thinking about doing any Great North Run or even just any run in the UK, comment below with what you are doing, because I would love to hear some of your suggestions and be able to wish you good luck as each one comes and goes. In the meantime, guys, smash the thumbs up button and hit the notification bell to be the first to hear of any new content, and I'll see you all very soon for another video. Thanks for watching.